Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Cohen. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
To throw is Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Out of the gun, Fields. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night, blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Fields now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. On 1st down, here's Mon. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Fields throw taken in by Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 18-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And after the main field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Mon now off of play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd and 10, Fields, slant route to Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10, Fields again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Off play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now it's the backup Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
That's a
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Right there. 54, right there.
Here's Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
55, right there in the middle, 55. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, EMO. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Now it's Fields. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Fields. Got a man complete to Miller. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A run with a fullback. It's Ben Mason. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Fields. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is now 24. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On third down, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Cousins now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside. The 10 at the 7-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They'll run it with Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now at Soldier Field. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll throw again. Cousins. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Cousins gives way to Cook. And will maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Here we go, here we go. Take go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.